So I'm done with work. Yeah, I might end up getting one or more of my managers fired one day. From what I can tell, so we get cash taps, and from what I can tell, one of the managers, I think, yesterday went ahead and stole from the cash tips. And because I just went ahead and gave him the tips, I'm like expecting and hoping that I can trust him. Nope, never mind. Yeah, because he's like, you got $4 in tips. I'm like, should at least get 6 or more. And I'm like, that sounds really off. And so, like, basically he went ahead and counted it, and I was doing dishes, and then he came back and was like, you have $4 in tips. I was like, okay. So this is going to be fun for me. Someone's going to get fired. Yeah. So, like, with that being said, I really want a husband that has morals and is willing to do the right thing. I would love that, like, so much. You know, someone who's like, hey, you know what? There's a SUV with, like, something on top. And I'm like, what is that? I want to know what's on top. Like, it looks like... Oh, I think it is. So, you know those things that go on top of some people's vehicles, and they have, like, clothes and other stuff in it? It looks like one of those. So, yeah. But yeah, so what I'm probably going to end up doing is, like, keeping a record of all the cash that I receive. And then what I'll do is that I'll write it down on a sheet of paper. And then at the end of the night, add that up, and then subtract how much I actually owe them. So, like, I'll make a note, okay, I owe them this much. And then, like, put down the day and time in which the manager goes ahead and checks me out. Because sometimes the manager ends up counting the money, and sometimes I count the money. And I know I'm pretty accurate, like, I'll be right on the dot, or almost right on the dot, but sometimes the manager, I'm just like, So, like, last night, for example, I was like, I should have more than $4.14. And then tonight, the manager, I don't think she, like, understood how to work the drawer. And then also what happened after that is that he showed me the money that he, like, stole from me. And I'm just like, okay. Like, but I'm like, okay, is it, like, my PTSD, or is it, like, me talking? So I'm just like, okay, which one is it? So then tonight, like, the manager, she doesn't really close people out. And so she went ahead and she closed me out for the first time. And I honestly think that she, like, did not know how to close me out at all, because I was supposed to owe her $15 more than what she charged me, or, like, than what she said that I owed her. And I was like, okay, something's really odd. Like, really, really odd. That's really odd, basically. So I was like, okay, we'll go with it. Like, that's odd, but okay. And then I was like, you know what? Yep, So just to calm, so I'm 90% sure that's what happened, but just to calm my nerves and make sure it's not my PTSD talking, what I'm going to do is basically, again, write down all the cash money that I receive. And I would count it at the end of the night, but it's like, okay, that might take an extra minute or two. I'll write down all the cash money that I receive, and then I'll add all of that up. And then take away, like, I see usually how much money it is that they give, or, like, that people actually charged me or whatever, or like people were actually charged. So I'll take that money out, and then after that, what I'll do is, there we go. After that, what I'll do is like double check and make sure that is this actually like right or wrong. So yeah. The other reason why I suspect that is because I mentioned to a manager that I've had people steal from me. What they don't know is that I realized, oh, I have PTSD, and I'm very, very hyper vigilant for whenever like people steal from me. So yeah, in my case, I'm like, I want a husband that actually has morals and won't steal from me, and I can actually trust. And like, I'm just like, I'm over it. I really, really am. I want someone who actually has morals and will support me and all that. So, yeah. I would love that. Oh, I wish I had. So I had some slices of pizza left. And there's a dog. Here, I think it's sniffing around the car. I don't see it right now. Oh, there it is. It's like over there. I'm not sure if you can see it. There it is. No, yeah. It's actually a golden dog. So, yeah. Anyway, so overall, I'm like, I want a husband with morals who's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to steal from you. That would be so nice. I would love that. But yeah, so what is... Oh my goodness. So I'm guessing that your fiance is like happy and like positive and kind. What else is she like? And I'm just like curious about it, and I really wish I had a foot massage. You know what? I want to go inside and be like, hey, if I got a hydro massage now, how long could I stay here? And if I fell asleep, how long can I stay here? And what it is that I'm taking rubber bands because they're rubber bands from my job. And, you know, it's not like office supplies. It's like, hey, we're using these rubber bands to wrap around, like, our aprons. So, yeah, I'm taking the rubber bands, and I'm basically like, hey, I'll go ahead and create a rubber band ball. So, yeah, stealing rubber... maybe I should ask the general manager. I'll ask the general manager if I can have him. If not, I'll present her with this rubber band ball. Let's see. So, yeah, I probably end up getting someone fired because I'm just so over it. And I, like, before I'd be like, I'll go ahead and talk to this person in order to see if they're willing to do the right thing. Now I'm like, you know what? I give them one warning, and I'm like, yeah, pretty much I'll either get you fired or, you know, get you surrounded by cops or something. It's like your choice. But at the same time, like, people who still don't really have morals, do they deserve to have a chance? Honestly, no. No. So, anyways, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. Yeah, so your fiance is like happy and positive and kind. And yeah, I was like, oh my, that reminds me of me. And yeah, like I feel jaded now, kind of. But yeah, I think that's cute. She like comes into the coffee shop, and then like her boyfriend is there and became part of the family almost. And like she's now like a bestie for the place. That is so cute. Like, you know, just being a bestie. So yeah. Oh man. My feet really need a massage. Do they have a foot massager? I don't know. Oh my goodness. And it's humid out right now too. It rained earlier today. So yeah, I was wondering, I noticed that there's another pizza place that sometimes comes out here. And like a car with another pizza sign on top. And they'll like feed a cat that's out here. And I'm like, you go, person. You're so sweet. So yeah. Oh. But yeah, so anyways, I was wondering, what else is she like? If you're comfortable talking about her. Yeah, and I think that's really cool where it's like, hey, let's go ahead and play games in order to like do all this stuff. So, and have fun with friends, basically. I'm pretty sure I'll get this done sometime in the future. And I'm not going to buy, like in the past, I think I did have like a rubber band, small rubber band ball, but I think I lost it or threw it away. I don't know which one. So, yeah. It'll keep growing. I'll just keep finding rubber bands and keep adding to it. I don't know how long it'll take, but I think that'll be kind of cool. I remember Guinness, I think it was either Genesis or Guinness's World Records. It was not beer, I promise you. They went ahead and they did, checking my feet. What did they end up doing? They went ahead and like did something. They there was this guy who created a giant rubber band ball, and they went ahead and like he won the world record for, I think it was like the world's largest rubber band ball. So yeah, I've seen the world's biggest ball of twine. Is that in or out? There's a spider. So yeah. Oh. What else was there? Congratulations to your cousin. Yeah, I thought it was cute and sweet. I need to watch the videos. I haven't really watched them yet. What else was there? I think that was about it that I can think of. I want a hamburger. That sounds so weird coming from me. Like wanting a hamburger. No, I did like chicken burgers. Those are pretty good. So yeah. You know what? And even though, so I washed my hair, and even though I didn't put conditioner or like oil in my hair is actually pretty soft right now. But I think it's because like yesterday I put oil in my hair. It was so much that it's like soft right now. It feels like very healthy. So, oh, it feels good. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Congratulations again to your cousin and to her daughter. Yeah. I realized something, either tonight or last night, or like in the past few nights or so. I realized that you did warn me, in regards to like, because, as you know, I had hope, like, hey, I would get married, while I was down in this state. But then I remembered, like, you had said that you were not interested in marrying me. And at the time, whenever you told me that, like you told me a couple times, in fact, at the time, I was like, I bet he's saying that just to be mean. But then looking back on it now, I'm like, no, he like said it because he meant it. And like, he may have been like, yeah, I'm interested in marrying you before. But like, whenever I saw that, that was like in the past year or so. I forget exactly how long ago. But I realized like you were serious, like you're not interested in getting married to me. And so, yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, I have to come to terms with and I have to accept. So yeah, I get it. I understand. You're at a place now where you're like, you're happy and content with where you're at and who you're with. I hope to be there one day where it's like I like am in a relationship and like I get married and like I have a house. I know one thing, like, oh, speaking of house, so I talked to a friend of mine yesterday. So what is that Friday dropped off a friend of mine, and then like an hour later another friend of mine called me. I was like, oh, it's you. So that was really cool. But we talked for like 2 hours, I think 3 hours, something like that. It was good to talk with her, and she's like, yeah, whenever she started, well, I don't know about now, but like when she was a teacher, she was making like $40,000 a year. And then now, like, working this job where she, I can't even remember what she does, but she works in a factory and she makes $80,000 a year. And she's actually looking at buying her first house, like next year. And she's right now dating a guy, and I'm like, oh. The reason why I'm like, oh, is because like they've dated off and on, and like I think he's 35 and she's 32, and I'm just like, they've tried to work it out and they're back together, and I'm like, you guys are so, like, you're not old, but you're already at the age where, like, you need to figure this out fast. Like, you're old enough where you need to kind of, like, figure out, is this it? Like, we're gonna make it work, or if it's like, you know what, we could make this work, but I actually asked her a blunt question. A very blunt, very direct question. I was like, are you guys back together because you're wondering if it'll work, or because like it's what you guys know and you're comfortable with? Because sometimes people, I think I saw this like online or something, where sometimes people, they get into relationships with someone not because they're like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life, but because it's like, hey, this feels familiar and comfortable. Okay. This feels, actually, I kind of like the off-shoulder shirt. It's like a loose shirt and then tight pants, so why is her light still on? But yeah, I'm sleepy. But yeah, so it's similar to like, what was it? Where it's like, I fall asleep. it's like whenever two people, they're like, hey, you know what, I like enjoy this person's company, but I really can't see a future with them. So they just keep going back to the same person because it's familiar, and it's like, hey, you know what, I'm comfortable with this, but do I really want to like get married to them? No. And so like it's kind of like that kind of situation. So yeah, I'm just like, oh, okay. So yeah, I'm like, please don't waste y'all's time. Like, don't do it simply because you're comfortable with the person. Actually get together with them because you're in a relationship with them. Or like you're like, I actually want to see a future with them. So like her boyfriend, I don't know. I wonder if it's like, I don't know. I hope they figure things out. Because it kind of sucks where it's like they want to be together, but like they actually are like, we don't really know if we actually want to be in a relationship together. So yeah, I'm like, that's like, come on. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna change clothes and brush my teeth and all that, and yeah, and sleep for a little while. See if I can be on the hydro massage for like an hour or two. So yeah, why do I keep feeling like there's a bug on me, but I look and there's no bug, so I don't know what's going on. So yeah, all I know is like someone having their time wasted. It's like, okay, that's especially when it's like relationships and such. So it's like, come on, like, you know what you want and don't want. Like, don't do that. You're like wasting everyone's time, and it's, yeah. I mean, I've wasted a guy's time for like a dinner, but other than that, but it was a dinner. And then I realized I'm just using a guy. And then I stopped. But yeah, nowadays I'm like, you know what? Let me have a little bit more integrity. Let me use them not just for food. Let me try and figure out stuff with them. And so, or I don't know, figure out relationships in Colorado. Lady is driving like a minivan from Colorado. I think my toes. Old guy just came out with shorts, shoes, and no shirt. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Oh well. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope that you have a great night. Yeah, I'm gonna go enjoy life. Oh my god. I wanna go enjoy life, and yeah. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about, and I will respond as soon as I can. Bye.